Hello everyone, I'm Akamitsu. Welcome to the Minecraft Bedrock Edition Walker tutorial. If you're impatient like me, here is a really quick tutorial showing you layer by layer. All the materials you will need are at the bottom of the screen. You'll want a 10 by at least 15 block area, 9 blocks tall to build this within. Add the trapdoor last and flick it when you're ready to move forward. Okay, welcome to the longer tutorial. So let's start at the back with our temporary blocks. We're going to place one away from the corner. We'll come in 2 blocks, place another half of the foot, place 3 slime, oh sorry, my mistake. I'm going to place 1 slime on top of each of those, and then a stripe of 3 across all of them, and 1 extra slime just here. Then we want to add 2 temporary blocks just here, and on the side a sticky piston facing back into this slime. We'll break those temporary blocks, place 1 more on top of this sticky piston. We want to place slime on these 2 corners and a sticky piston in between those, facing back. I'm going to delete this temporary block now. So we'll go behind these 2, we'll add 2 temporary blocks here and here. On the rightmost one we place a sticky piston, and on here we place an observer facing in, and you can tell it's facing towards the piston because of the arrow on top. We can now delete both of these temporary blocks and add 3 more slime here, so 1, 2, 3 in an almost C shape. And at the end of the C we want to add a redstone block. Beside that we'll place a sticky piston on the inner side facing down towards the foot. And this is how you know you've built it so far correctly. Now next to this observer we want to go towards the back and place 2 observers facing down behind it. That should do for that foot, we'll come back to it. But now we're going to move on to the other side and repeat the process with some symmetry. So we come in 1 from the corner again, place our 2 feet with a block between them, slime on top, then 3 across, 1 on top, temporary block here, sticky piston facing back into that top slime block, delete the temporary block. So you want to add a temporary block here and go on the innermost side to place the slime, and behind that another slime block. In this little gap in between, place a sticky piston facing back and delete this temporary block. We'll add 2 more temporary blocks in front of these 2 blocks. On the innermost one, we place an observer facing outward to our left, to the robot's left, going into another sticky piston facing backwards. We're going to then add that C shape again, going outwards. So 1, 2, 3. You can see we're coming out to the left. Another redstone block to finish that off, and on the underside of that is another sticky piston facing down back into this foot. So I've got both back feet. Oh, my mistake. Now we need to finish off with 2 more observers on the front of this one, facing down. So 1 facing down for this piston, and 1 facing down for this piston once it's pulled up. We want to remember to delete these 2 temporary blocks. Now that's the back 2 feet done. Let's move on to the middle. So to continue, let's go on the right side and add 4 slime from this sticky piston out towards the middle. So 3 and 4, and 2 away from that right side we want to do a piston facing forward, one of our chosen block on the side. We'll place a temporary block on this side and a sticky piston facing back. Let's delete this temporary block between the 2 pistons. Then we place another 3 slime blocks connecting these 2 pistons in front. And next to this block right here we want to place an observer facing into it that will activate this piston later on. Then we want to go and place a temporary block next to this sticky piston and place an observer facing into this slime. Again, the arrow tells you the way. And remove the temporary block and place another observer here facing forward, going into a regular piston. This is the middle part of the machine done. We're just going to, and we can see that the right hind leg of the robot is connected, but this other hind leg is not. So we're going to fix that now. So to connect the other hind leg, you want to go between these 2 pistons further back. On top of this slime block, we place a observer facing to the robot's left. and in front of that a sticky piston facing back with 3 slime blocks in front of it. 1, 2 and 3. That is all you need to connect it all together. Now we can move on to the front legs, which are 3 blocks in front of this one piston. So we go 1, 2, 3. So we can go down to the bottom, 1 away from our edge, and start our feet. So we've got 1 missile block, place another, connect those directly like this, and the other foot will be the same over here. So 1 block away from the edge, lined up with that 3 away from that piston. Leave a gap, another block, 3 slime on top. Now on top of both of these, I'm going to place 2 slime on top. This is where our feet will be. Now let's do 1 redstone, 1 slimestone leg at a time. So we'll start with the right one, for which we'll be using lots and lots of slime. Let's get rid of these 3 temporary blocks, just so we have the extra space. We're going to place 1 block on the back here. We're going to stair up slightly back just like this. So we've got 2 blocks in this stair going up and backwards. Actually, let's keep 1 temporary block just here and add a slight sticky piston facing back on the inner side of that. We can delete that now. We can place an observer facing up on the inner side of that piston, and you can see it's facing up thanks to this red dot. On the back of this sticky piston, let's place 1 slime block. Now on top of this observer and piston, we place 2 slime blocks, 1 redstone block on top of here, so in front of that on the outermost part, and a sticky piston next to that facing down into the foot. On top of these 2 slime again, we want to place a regular piston on the innermost part. And on the other side of there, we want a regular observer. If we just stand on the ankle just like this, we can place a regular observer facing down into that slime. And that is the right hind leg done. So we'll move on to this left one, which uses more honey. So we'll start the exact same. So we'll go on to the top of the back, place 1 solid block here, temporary block, 1 more here. So we've got a sort of stair. And then on the inner side, on this corner one, we want a sticky piston facing back. We can delete the temporary block and we place honey just here. We now want to make another C shape, so we go 1, 2, and 3. We want to add in, to finish up, make this a square, we want to make a redstone block just here, and a sticky piston facing down on the outer side of that redstone block, again connecting to the left leg. Got to connect these 2 front legs together again. So the right leg needs to connect to the left leg, and we're going to do that through the head actually. So we're going to come out 1 from this regular piston, so a temporary block, and we're going to add 1 slime. We'll delete that, we'll come out 1 more. Let's make this symmetrical. Then on the honey side, we're going to add a temporary block just here next to the redstone block. Have an observer run into these middle 2 slime. Now underneath, that observer is going to be activating a sticky piston going back into this honey. Have that just here. And that is now going to be everything linked together. So we can add just the face with 4 slime blocks from this observer. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. And place the 2 eyes on either side. And that should be our walker completely finished and ready to go. So all we need to do is use this observer from earlier, place a trapdoor or a fence gate in front of it, and that should send us our first block forward. I've cocked up here somehow. What have I done? Why has this not worked? That should have worked. Have I missed an observer? I must have missed an observer. Oh, sorry guys. So if I place this regular block on top of that one that faces down, place 1 observer just here facing down, delete that, activate that. No? Okay. Well, if I activate this sticky piston, deactivate it, there you go. Okay. So activating that piston, let's fix that, and adding this observer above the honey, above the that sticky piston facing back, should have fixed everything. Okay, so now our walker is completely done. Sorry about that mishap. So now, if you'd like, you can actually decorate a little more on the front by putting trapdoors on these redstone blocks. I personally think it looks a lot better. Also, you can now flick this trapdoor as much as you want. I've tried flicking this trapdoor as fast as I can, and I cannot get to break the walker yet. So I'm pretty sure it's safe to flick that trapdoor as fast as you like. It should be spam proof. This does have a top speed of 1 block every 2 seconds. But anyway, that's all from me today. I hope you enjoyed, and thank you so much for watching, and goodbye.